This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. This is Jordan Tower telling you to go check out Ramsey McGanday. Go check out his YouTube channel. Subscribe. He's got hot videos on hot music on there. Links are below. Go check it out right now. Don't forget to hit that like button for the algorithm. Make sure it turns blue. Let's get right into the news, okay? So we got Young Buck going off on Tony Yayo.
Cat with me, nigga. You nigga better stop playing. That's what you nigga get for falling victim to a lot of these broke ass comments and these broke ass opinions. How can a broke ass how y'all gonna let a broke ass opinion matter to you?
Tony Yayo apparently said something online. There's been a lot of little things about G-Unit in the past week. You know, 50 Cent doesn't want anything to do with G-Unit anymore. He wishes it never, he just doesn't want to deal with it anymore, okay? There's a lot of drama that comes into dealing with all these artists. You know, you wanted to get in the game, you want to be the new bad boy, you want to be the new Rockefeller. He put his guys on, Young Buck, mainly Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo are his guys. Young Buck came in the picture right before they, got their deal. And then, The Game, Olivia, all this stuff. It's just more collateral damage after a while. You're worried about your career. You're trying, and then you go out of your way to get Yayo, Banks, and Buck hot. Then Buck ends up turning his back. The Game, you helped him out. You saved him from getting dropped from Aftermath in Interscope, right? Dr. Dre called him a favor. He brought him under the wing. And what does he do? He turns his back. It's just you bring these people around you and they betray you, okay? Now, Tony Yayo's always stayed solid, and Lloyd Banks never really opens his mouth up against 50, because, what I like about Banks is he has morals and principles, and he doesn't turn his back, even if he's mad, even if he's disappointed with something, maybe he does realize that, him and Yayo and the others didn't really push as hard as he did. They were more artists instead of label owners and taking control of their own destiny. 50 Cent's always taking control of his own destiny, okay? And tried to help everybody out. He made everybody millionaires, okay? So recently Tony Yayo said something about Buck, and Buck did this to himself. This is his second time turning his back on 50 Cent, right? You guys Buck's a great rapper, but he just can't get out of his emotions. So then he goes off and calls Tony Yayo broke and everything. It's I don't think he's broke, but he might have more money than Buck, actually, because Buck keeps spending all this money on legal issues and all this other stuff and losing money when he's in jail, So we'll see what happens. But Buck's been making his rounds, trying to put an album together. Somehow he found a way to still drop music because 50 Cent was putting a block on that. Anyways, we'll get into that later. Key Glock and Young Dolph. There was some footage earlier on. Late last year, they dropped Dumb and Dumber. But before that, we all thought it was a publicity stunt when he broke the windows out of Dolph's car, as you see right there. Dolph says he was just as surprised when he came home. He said he's young. He thought that was funny to post on the gram. It turned out to be a good promo technique. For the Dumb and Dumber. It sold a lot of albums. They were top 10 that week of, albums that came out. Just like Dolph recently with his Lambo giveaway became, I think he was top 5 albums that dropped that week. And he ended up selling more than anybody out of Memphis is selling. People on major labels like Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngsta, and Yo Gotti, okay? Now, Yo Gotti obviously has been in the game longer and everything, but he's kind of proving that he's the guy in Memphis right now, Young Dolph, especially because he's independent. So you could just double that right there. To me, he sold 130,000 because independent is 5 times as hard, Can't get on playlists and all this other stuff. It just makes everything harder. Robert Downey Jr. says he's done with Marvel in the cinematic universe. He won't be playing anything anymore. No more Marvel stuff. Iron Man, he's putting to bed. It's over, okay? Rick Ross takes a helicopter tour of his mansion. Very inspirational. I mean, it's a very nice property. It looks like it costs a lot of money to maintain that, but hey, he got the money. And the Locks drop, Bout-ish, featuring DMX. Not enough people are checking this out. There's a lot of fluff on the views because it's down on Rock Nation, but go check it out because it's a really good track, man. People are sleeping. Okay, so make sure you go check that. I'm sure you didn't even hear about it because that isn't really being promoted a lot. So definitely check that out. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. It's so important to smash that like button. I appreciate you guys, and I will check you guys in the next.